Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson.
Okay. Now, this is not something that I received intel on. This was something that somebody brought to my attention, a tweet that somebody brought to my attention that I was really kind of surprised to read. If you guys didn't see, it was in the Q&A yesterday. Somebody asked Chris Martin saying he's single. So I responded to the person. I said, what are you talking about? There was a tweet and a picture. And the picture had the following caption: that moment when Chris Martin saw me struggling to walk, had his car stop and gave me a ride. Blooming amazing. Can't believe this happened. What a decent bloke. We had a nice chat too. He is single and likes Luton. And then there's a picture. So this woman really did look at the picture.
I know, it's adorable.
This person really did catch a ride with Chris Martin. Now, her casually mentioning that he's single, was it a joke?
Right. Like that's my initial response was he was probably like, you know, well, that's, you know, and he's single, you know, like a joke.
Oh God, please don't start with the British accent again. All right,
but
you can.
But you know,
go ahead, do Chris
No,
Martin.
that was it. That's all I got.
Okay.
You know, just a little like, right.
Do it again.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you're single.
So bad. It's so flippin' bad.
They're all yellow. Because it was all yellow. I'm a sky full of stars. It wasn't you, darling. I'm single, you know.
Sweating. Stop. Okay. No.
Anyway, but yeah, we don't know.
Is
No clue.
Is Chris Martin
clue.
single? Because the last we heard, and somebody pointed this out, People magazine, which we know, People just doesn't
throw things
on the wall
Right.
to see what sticks, like us.
Right.
Even though I will say that we had been reporting that we had heard that they were quote unquote engaged for years, or they were at least referring to each other
As fiance.
as engaged, as fiance. This isn't anything new amongst their circle. Now, does that mean that they are literally engaged? Like he got down on one knee and they're planning a wedding? No, I don't think so. I think that they're just like that kind of free spirit type of couple. Yeah. And if they decide to get married, they will. And if not, then they'll just continue being quote unquote engaged. Somebody responded to my post with something. The people aren't going to like to hear this, but I can't hold it in.
What?
Well, I've only ever heard amazing things about Chris Martin. So I hate to say this. So somebody responded to the post about him being single by saying, I also heard he had weird energy at the festival he played at. He's known to be difficult generally, but lots of people suggesting he wasn't clear-minded during the performance. Okay, what sticks out most about that statement?
Clear-minded?
No.
Oh.
The difficult. Well, yeah, the clear-minded, because then it's like, ooh, single? Was he is he jammed up because they broke up? I also have heard that they do go off a lot.
Yeah, we had a whole story.
Yeah, we've talked about this a lot
or something, right? Something like that.
No, that was old. You're thinking about Jeremy Allen White and Dakota Johnson hanging out, but they're old friends. That had nothing to do with Chris Martin. Okay. They're old friends. But I think that longtime listeners of the podcast will remember us talking about Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson, because we definitely have in the past. But what stood out to me was the difficult thing, because I've only heard amazing things about him. This person also wants to add that Dakota wasn't there. She wasn't at the festival, but there are paparazzi pictures of her, recent ones, filming.
Yeah.
She has a new project, so she's working, which is totally normal. This person also added, because I was in shock at the difficult comment, I said I thought he was a chill guy. This person clarifies by saying, in a pop star backstage sense, the dressing room in a certain way, they changed the set list about 5 times up until the last minute. That is their
definition of difficult. in that word.
clarification
Okay.
of what they meant by him being difficult.
Okay.
They don't do much promo and very little press on the day. From what I gather, he's a decent guy, but very high strung. Also, the nice guy thing is his shtick. It's not exactly fake, but he absolutely wants to be known as the nice guy. So very little bad stuff gets out about him.
All right, good. He puts on a good face. That's good.
That's not the point.
I know it's not the point, but I'm just saying that's good.
But also, this person is true. Very, like, I've only heard like the most amazing Chris Martin
so he
stories.
protects face. Is
He
what I'm trying to
protects-
get at.
He
Yeah.
protects face, but then got my wheels turned, and I'm like,
What kind
what's
of monster
real?
is Chris
no,
Martin?
Well, not necessarily, but it got my wheels turning. Like, what is real anymore? What is real?
Oh, it's a
Goddamn nothing.
Oh God,
Yeah.
existential crisis
Um,
on a Thursday.
my own
Yeah.
existential crisis.
Yes.
So anyone out there know what this tweeter, that's the person who said that he was single, like any insight to what they meant?
Yeah, like, was he joking?
Was he joking? I mean, I guess we could reach out to her myself, but I don't like to scare people. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be like, I saw your tweet and I'm going to be talking about it on my podcast. Like, what did Chris Martin? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
try not to do that unless the person contacts me.
Right.
But nonetheless, an interesting tweet, an interesting revelation about Chris Martin and potentially about everyone in Hollywood literally being fake. I don't know. Did I just get here? Why am I even surprised about
Yeah,
that?
I have no idea. I have
I
no
don't know.
clue.
I guess I'm still pretty naive to all this stuff.
No.
I know.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You just like deep down inside want
People to be good
certain-
and real.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's true.
But you can't be because Hollywood's too cutthroat, too gritty for you to you meaning the celebrity to be truly.
no, I learned
vulnerable.
that lesson. I learned that lesson recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
And literally somebody said to me, like, that's what Hollywood is. Like, I was upset about something. I'm not going to get into it. And they were like, what do you think this is?
No.
And I was
sandpaper, baby. It's rough. It's rough out there. You know?
yeah. And I was like, I don't know. I guess I thought that people had good intentions and
I think people do, but they also realize that in that business, you have to put your good intentions aside and do what you have to do.
well,
to
I
get
think
ahead.
people put themselves first.
Right. We digress.
We really digress.
Chris Martin, we don't know if he was joking or not.
Thanks for
but-
listening to my TED Talk, guys.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, are we ready?